here in Reno. We are stealing the PLA podcast studio. Are you recording too?
I'm recording now because I'm an influencer now.
Oh yeah, Tuss instantly became influencer. She moved to Reno, and now not LA, like where you are going to be an influencer. It's going to be there. So anyhow, here we are.
Here we are. Hey, smart cookies.
So anyhow, I thought we could talk real quickly about what's going on. I'm going to just give a little preview. If you see me looking off the side, in the old days when we were in our place, I could talk to the camera and really switch at the same time. Not here so much, not this time. This is our trial. This is our learning. I have a different switcher. We're going to switch out next time. What is a switcher, by the way? A switcher is you send multiple video streams. So we have 3 cameras, and they all go to this one box, and then this box picks which one is going to go to the video recorder. So right now, I'm looking at you because I'm recording with this camera. But if I want to go to Tuss, I go there. Say hi.
Hey, and I just want to explain why we're all decked out in baseball gear.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's because every day this week, it's called Spirit Week. We've had to dress up like kooky clowns just to show our spirit. Yay!
Yeah, it's not because we're baseball fans now and we're here to promote the Giants. Even though I am a Giants fan, we're not here to promote the Giants for our podcast. So,
show you my little outfit here.
Right, you're walking away.
Over here.
Yeah, you're going to go back there.
Go back here. Here we
Okay.
go.
There you go. You can see yourself right there, Tuss. There you are.
Okay. Anyway.
Very cool. All right.
My outfit. Oh, and one more thing. Actually, my hair is still really short.
Oh, yeah. That's right. You see that tail. That's not because she grew it out when you got to Reno.
Instant glamour.
Yeah.
There we go.
So anyhow, what are we going to do today? Today is just a catch up and see what's going on because we've been gone. I think it's been 6 weeks since we last did a podcast. So I apologize for being out of commission for so long. But I think you guys know. We've been moving and dealing with new jobs. I mean, this is the first time in a long, long time. Tuss has been... Last time you worked for someone was probably 2006, I think.
No, I consulted for LUUM.
Oh, yeah. You were a consultant, but I guess actually a job where you go in every day, 9 to 5. And that's what it is here. She's working for TAD. I'm working for TAD. She gets loaned out to PLA.
Probably 2007. I worked for a plastic surgeon.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, and I was a contractor a bunch of years, but the last time I had a W-2 employee paycheck, 2003, 2004, something like that. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. So anyhow, we thought we'd just kind of update what's going on, the transition, how it went. I mean, this is a little self-indulgent episode. Usually we're all about trying to give you value and telling you how to help you with your business. But because so many of you have been following us now, it's been 7 years this podcast has been going on, 7 years plus now. And I just want to give you guys a little quick roundup. We won't go long, so it'll be kind of short. So anyhow, I'm going to hand over to you, Tuss, because I'm sure maybe you have something you want to share first to get going.
First of all, I just want to say that moving is so hard. It's so painful. Like in my heart of hearts, I'm actually a hoarder. And I want to hang on to everything. Everything has sentimental value. Everything is like, I feel pain if it goes away from me because I'm thinking, oh, that item represents something. I mean, and I'm talking like, I even have anguish over like bread ties and like wires and like paper clips and stuff like that.
And by the way, just so you know, already it's happened at least once, maybe twice, where we threw something out and we didn't really need it, but it just came up and Tuss like, we need this right now. And you threw it away. And I'm like, yeah,
my cowgirl hat. He threw away my cowgirl hat.
Oh, that's right.
And then he threw away his pink denim jeans.
For Last Boss Summit.
And
Tuss
his cowboy shirt. And he didn't want to wear those
she
again.
wanted me to go to Last Boss Summit, which was just a week ago. Or 2 weeks ago, whatever it's been now. And I was supposed to wear that. And I didn't because I threw it out. Because when am I going to wear pink pants and blue?
I said, don't
like
do it.
Borboleta.
Don't throw it away. I said, there will be an opportunity for you to wear that again. And then she's like, where should I wear Last Boss Summit? I'm like, really?
Yeah.
So anyway, it's hard to move because you have to make all these decisions. And I'm really trying not to be precious about things and like let it go. And I did better this time. I know.
Let it go.
I know. But there's more. I just, that's an exercise for me this year is like to continue to let stuff go.
Yeah, I mean, Tuss really is a hoarder at heart, but she's grown up because we moved twice in 1 year, and we've thrown out probably more than half our stuff, which is sad because when the movers came to move our stuff, they were like, "You guys got a lot of stuff." And I'm like, "No, we threw everything away.
Like I threw everything away. Like this is like a skeleton of the stuff that I have, you know?
Yeah. So anyhow, we lesson learned. We're still hoarders, I guess. I mean, I'm a little bit because I have a lot of projects I've worked over my life on video. And so I have lots of hard drives. I have videos, DVDs of projects I've done over my lifetime. And I throw some stuff away, but I don't want to throw it all away. There is a part when you make video. And this, by the way, this is one of the reasons, if you can, one of the beauties of documenting your life now through Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, is that your family one day can see what nonsense you were up to like 50 years ago. Like if you digitize this and save it and put it in places where you can, show it. It's kind of special. Now, in my case, I've shot hundreds and hundreds of hours of footage, so it's no one that's ever going to watch it.
It's all on VHS.
Yeah, it's VHS and whatever crap it's on. But at the same time, there is a part of me who wants to save it so that one day, if maybe some historian in our family goes, let's look back 100 years ago and see what the Lubers were up to, they'll see our podcast, they'll see our YouTube, they'll see all this stuff. Most people will say, well, that was a waste of time, but at least it's there. And then for those of you who are maybe right now, like you hate social media, you hate video, you hate all this stuff, you hate way you look, way you sound, it could be a secret gift that you could give your family. You have to record everything in your life, but you could record moments and like that. Not like, family. Hey, like when we were kids, we had film, right? We were little, we're way back, and we would shoot movies of our families.
It had to be developed. You had to send it to the photography place, and then it would come back.
Yeah. So we don't. That's a little. It's much different. It's much easier now. But it would be still cool to document things and then save it and store it in a way that one day could be an archive of a little bit of slice of your life. So something that's what's hard for me. I have boxes and boxes of that stuff, and so we're gonna get rid of more. We might have to move again within the year because this was more of a temporary place. It may not be. We may be able to stay long term. We'll just see. So we moved here to Reno. It was a little bit of drama because there was a big snowstorm. Last snowstorm of the year came through, blocked the highways. We had to wait an extra day. We got here, and then our clothes and our furniture took 12 days after packing to come. So we had to live out of suitcases for a couple of weeks and work remote. It kind of was goofy. But we're here. We've settled in. It's been easier than I thought. I warned Tuss. I said, you know what? Working for someone's hard, and it is hard. It is hard. It's not like it's because when you're your own boss, you do what you want when you want, and you make decisions, and you do it. Now you got run by other people, and there's protocols, and there's pecking orders. Like you just can't pick anything you want yourself. You got to be like, hey, I like to do this. Is that okay? And they're like, no, it's not. Oh, I would have done it, but I guess not with here. That's okay. And that hasn't happened a lot, but there's a little bit of that. And I'll respect for this company's been here now, 7 years, between PLA and TAD, and they have systems, they have ways of doing things, and learning to work in that has been a little bit of a challenge, but not hard challenges.
No, it's been doable.
Yeah.
It has been doable.
And I think a lot of that's because the people we're working with are just very sweet. I mean, generous, kind, sincere, hardworking, wanting the best for everyone. I'm sure there will be at sometimes office politics. That's normal in any business. Doesn't matter what business you have. But so far, it's not been an issue. And I think everyone we're working with is joy. It's really, really blessed. And so our first meal, just in case anyone wants to know, was with Lash Poppy and Ashley from or Hakeem. And that was special.
They invited us over to their home. We got to meet their kids and have tacos, and it was great.
Yeah.
Ashley's a really good cook, and
Ashley makes the best tacos in Reno. We decided.
She actually made the tortillas, you guys.
Yeah. So, but other than that, one of the most exciting things for us is that we have 3 kids, and 2 of them are married. The oldest and the youngest are married. And maybe we mentioned this before we moved, but our youngest, no, we probably didn't actually. Our youngest wanted to move here, but just literally 3 weeks ago, our daughter, our baby, her name's Fiona, and she's 25, and her husband's Grant, and he's also 25. She got a job of all places in Reno. Now, she went to a school called Noman. Now, Noman, you're like, I've never heard. It sounds goofy. It's actually I like to call it's the Harvard of art schools in the United States. It is the #1 visual effects animation studio in the United States. And she went there and graduated, and she basically got a job in the gaming industry for a year. It was great. And then the gaming industry has imploded because basically AI and all this stuff is nuts. Right now, even a lot of her bosses or instructors can't find jobs. So it's a really tenuous, difficult time. And she went a year, almost a little more than a year and a half, doing all sorts of odd jobs, working for companies, part-time, contract work, but really not liking it because it's not stable. And so we came here and she said, you know what? I'm going to look for art jobs in Reno, which, you know, it's only 500,000 people. So how many art jobs are there? Not many. So she applied for this company called Every. And if you don't know who they are, I did before this. They're the ones, one of the 3 big companies that make all the not video games, the video graphics for,
Cha-ching, slot machines.
Yeah. Yeah. All the slot machines. So if there's a chance it's them. And she's going to be on a team of 5 artists who basically going to be making these slot machines and doing that. So it's really a blessing. She actually, when she applied, they said no to her. They just threw her resume out. And good for my daughter. Like, she doesn't take no very well. She's bullish. And so they said no. And she said, really? She actually called them and said, I think you made a mistake.
She's like, can you tell me why?
Yeah. Tell me why.
Tell me why.
And then they're like, well, you know, it's just, you know what, you know who I am?
She didn't say that. She says, can you just tell me why? And they said, okay, we'll take a look again and get back to you. And then they said, oh, well, maybe we made a mistake. Maybe we moved too fast. Will you do a test for us?
Yeah. I mean, once they saw she went to Noman and they realized, did a little research, went, wait. We'd never have someone of this caliber come to her program. So she went through the whole thing, got the job. She's all set, and she starts on Monday. So, and then our son, Grant, weird enough, this is a God thing. This is all the way we attribute. He works at a company called Eaton, and they have offices all over the country, and he didn't think they had offices in Reno, and they do. And so right now, they actually want to keep him in the LA office, but working remotely. But if they can, they're actually thinking about transferring him to the Reno office if necessary. So anyhow, crazy stuff.
Well, I just want to talk just really briefly about the changes for me. I am still lashing. Obviously, I don't do it full time like I used to. I'm going back to Pasadena twice a week, and it's
twice a month.
Twice a month. That's what I meant. And I'm doing like 3 or 4 turbo days of lashes, which is a lot.
It's not like, oh, I'm working really fast. No. Turbo meaning like she starts at 9 a.m. and goes to 8 or 9 p.m. Like it's 11 to 12, I'll say 10 to 12 hours.
Yeah.
Some days aren't as long. And it's 3 full days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and maybe Sunday too. And she flies back Sunday.
And so I look forward to it because when you've been doing something so long, you do it well and you feel like really good at it, as opposed to the new position where it's new and you feel like a beginner and you've got, a lot of things to psych yourself up about and like make sure that you're, coloring within the lines and doing everything right and getting along with people. And so you don't feel so confident about yourself all the time. So I do enjoy going back and feeling like I am a master at what I do because that feels good. And also I just love the quietness of being a lash artist because things settle and I am able to think about things differently. But something that's new for me is that I really am trying to exercise the muscle of being on Instagram and doing stories and doing my own posts and responding to things. Before I used to completely rely on Paul and wasn't able to engage with you guys the same way that I am now. So I am on Instagram every day. So if you want to DM me or reach out to me there, you can always connect with me. The other thing I wanted to talk about is that, one of my goals at consulting for PLA and being part of TAD here is really to, some of my goals with lashing is to make sure that everybody knows about contact dermatitis and how to handle it, how to do a consult. That is something that I want to bring to the greater industry. I want everyone to be a better artist, to know how to handle these issues. That's just a passion of mine. So that's one of the reasons why I'm here.
Yeah, no, it's like downloading her DNA to a bigger influencer. That's really what we're hoping.
So one of the things I'm getting to do is fun is helping to write some of the blogs. And I got to meet with a lash artist last week. Her name is Summer Edwards, and we recorded the conversation, and I'm going to be posting some of that on social media. And she talked about some of the concerns she had about me promoting TAD and saying, because TAD is DIY. And she was like, doesn't DIY go against the ethos of the lash artist? And it was a really wonderful time to be able to talk about that and be like, actually, no. I mean, if you compare old school cluster lashes that used to be applied with cyanoacrylate glue, which we never would recommend, of course, that is totally goes against all
It's
of our
like nail salon.
Yeah, all of our lash religion. That's what we're talking about here. But I got the opportunity to talk about that and the differences. So hopefully we'll be talking more about that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, some people might feel like we betrayed the industry. We already talked about what we're doing, so I don't think this is a surprise. But one of the stats I've recently found out, which is really interesting, that LUUM, another company we consult for, they're a robotics company. They're the ones that make lash robots, which we've gotten flack for that too. And I get it. It seems like
I just gotta say this. It's like, do not fear the future. The more people that get exposed to lashes in any way, shape, or form, it's not a threat, because lash artists aren't going anywhere. There is always going to be a place for your amazing personality and your one-on-one connection with the client.
Yeah.
The DIY, the LUUM, it's a gateway drug. And for example, lash extensions, the kind that we do, the quality that we do, are not for everyone. We realistically cannot do as many people as there are eyeballs in the world. There are other needs that people have. Like sometimes people have the allergies, or sometimes people need lashes when they're not able to get into you because they're on vacation or they're having surgery or something like that. Being able to supply or refer or provide for those needs is an amazing opportunity. It makes you more of a master. And
well, let me just share this stat. This because that was great, and I was about to share it, and that would set this all up.
All right.
Is that here's a study that LUUM came up with. 80% of women in the United States have never tried lash extensions.
80%.
Yeah.
That's 8 out of 10. I'm a lash artist. I don't do math.
Oh my gosh. All right. So that's a lot of people, guys. It's both good news. That's good news in many ways. So first, it's good news to lash artists, because that means already, guys, we've only gotten 20% of our population in their rooms. That means 8 out of 10 women, as Tuss just discovered, have never come into a lash room. That's a lot of people to sell to and market to. Now, those people, what are they doing? They're using probably like cluster lashes. They're using mascara. They think it's too expensive. It takes too long. It's not for them. They have allergies, whatever. I mean, if some people, I remember would call us in the salon and go, oh, I have allergies, so I know lashes won't work for me. I'm like, well, you will never know unless you try. And it's a different allergy. So a lot of people take themselves out of the equation anyway. So the good news is that's a lot of people out there. So this is why we call it gateway drug, because LUUM is doing these appointments eventually. Right now, they're like 30, 40 minutes. They're going to try to get down to 20, 30-minute appointments, which will open the door to a whole host of women.
And it doesn't mean that it's taking away from you.
No.
Because there's always going to be a need for you.
I think 60% of all LUUM clients right now, and they're doing it in the Silicon Valley. They have at Nordstrom, they have a store set up. 60% of all our clients have never had extensions before. Never gone in. And the reason why is because it's too long. It takes too much time. It's not a money issue for them because LUUM's not cheap. I think it's $150 or something like that. But it's still fast though, and that's what people want. They want a fast appointment. So that's the beauty of LUUM, is that we think a lot of women are going to go in there, try lash extensions for the first time, and get hooked. And over time, they're like, I need more. I want more bespoke designs.
You know what that's like.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, it's why we went from classic to volume to wispy. People wanted more. They weren't happy with classic. If we were still offering 2010 lashes right now, no one would want them because they would be so boring.
It's like having different cars on the market. Just because there's Mercedes doesn't mean that everyone, Kia is going to go out of business. There's a niche for everyone. There's room for everyone. We don't have to be worried that the new kid on the block is going to change everything. But we do need to pivot. We do need to adapt. People who don't really care about their craft or really don't care about the customer experience, I think it's going to be more of a challenge for those gals. For those who are super dedicated and able to connect with their clients and deliver an amazing service, you're not going to have to worry so much. Honestly, you'll never have to worry.
Yeah, I think anyone who does the bare minimum will just say, yeah, you're in trouble. You're in big trouble. Everyone else, you're going to be fine.
If you are in big trouble, go to work for LUUM.
Yeah. In fact, by the way, you can go work at LUUM. They're going to open anywhere from 5 to 10 stores this fall and third and fourth quarters. And they will have stores in LA and New York. That's the plan.
Can I say I do want to share a little pet peeve that I have?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
About what?
To each his own. Companies,
Okay.
lash companies that advertise their DIY product as in, they're advertising their product to replace the lash extension.
Yeah.
And especially if they were or simultaneously are a company that sells lash extensions, I feel like it's a bit of a stab in the back.
Yeah.
You know, if you say it's our product is going to replace that.
We don't want to diminish lash artists. In fact, PLA and TAD, all this, I know we're 100% committed to still support lash artists, but provide alternatives. Like it's like any business you go into, you have alternatives. You can come in and get a facial. You can get different types of facials. You can get different types of lashes, and all that. That's what we're going to provide. We are not looking to replace or get rid of lash artists. We want lash artists to thrive. That's what PLA is around, and it would hurt even TAD to have TAD take away PLA product. That's not the plan. We really think there are women out there right now today who will not get lash extensions unless you make it easier for them and cheaper. So those are the people we're going after, while there are plenty of people who are committed to lash extensions. And I actually think there will be a natural progression. If you get into DIY, you get into, let's say, LUUM robotics, and it's your first time with lashes, you may hear rumors that, oh my gosh, there's even better lashes. Like, we don't like to compare TAD. TAD looks beautiful, but it's not the same as lash extensions. It's not as good as lash extensions because lash extensions could go 2, 3, or in Tuss's case, 4 weeks. TAD will never, ever give you that type of wear. 5, 6, 7 days, 10 max if you really are careful how you deal with them. So it's not, there's no comparison, right? They're different products. One's a Ferrari and one's a very good Toyota car. Like, they're both good cars, but one's really fancy, high end, which is what lashes are. And then the DIY lashes, these are nice, they're beautiful, and they're functional, but they just don't last the same way.
Yeah. I just wanted to give another shout out to Summer. And if you guys want to check her out, she is lashed out by summer@yahoo.com. And oh wait, no, that's her email. Sorry. She's at.
So don't email her. Erase that.
No. Sorry. It's at lashed out by Summer. Okay, so that's her. That's her Instagram.
Yeah, go follow her.
But no, what she did was she said, "Hey, I saw this offensive language on the TAD website that was saying, oh, you don't have to sit there for 2 hours." And she's like, "I feel like that's a diss, you know." And I brought it to the marketing manager, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, yes, it is a diss." And she immediately changed it. And she's like, "This was our third-party SEO who did it." And I'm like, "Of course it was a man who did it, right?" Anyway, so she changed that. She changed that crap right away. And I just wanted to be like, I did. I told her, I said, "Summer, thank you so much for letting us know, because we're Lash Artist Friend. We are here for you."
I would say we're going to be TAD the way it's set up. I mean, all the other brands, no one was lash artists. All other brands, well, actually, one was started by a lash artist, but there's like 9 of us, the big brands will call them. And of the 9, 2 were started by lash artists. Everyone else were just by hobbyists. People like, oh, it'd be really cool to do this, and they went to China and they found some product and all that. So there's that. We are really, and we'll just say the other brand is not, by the way, committed to our lash artists. We are committed, the lash artists, and protecting them and equipping them and giving what they need to succeed.
Protecting
and,
us.
And protecting, yeah, it really is in our language. And if you see something we're doing and that it's bothering you, let us know. We'll pass it on. You now have direct access to the people at PLA and TAD. So we're here to really make sure that we protect our tribe. That's why we're here. We're not, well, and anyone's worried, like, well, what about LashCon and all this stuff? Guys, that's under the care and love, as you know, of Christina Fard and her sister Francesca, as well as Ella, who was our assistant with Clubhouse and now is the production coordinator for LashCon. They're running LashCon. I do talk to them probably every day a little bit, and then I'm doing some things on the side, but I'm not running LashCon. This is a big experiment. We'll see how it works, and we're really excited to have the people take care of all these things so that we can protect integrity. Because if you guys don't know, integrity is really one of our highest values. I mean, we had a salon named Integrity Lash, so we really want to protect everything we do and make sure it's done in a way that's integrous. Yeah. You have anything else to say?
Yeah, no, I'm just happy about that. I'm excited about that. I'm a lash artist. I still get a lot of satisfaction out of doing lashes for clients that I've seen for over decades.
Yeah.
And it's a core part of who I am. It's a core part of my offerings. You know, one of the things that makes me feel like I have something to contribute here at TAD and PLA is all that experience. And I'm not going to switch and betray all that. It's who I am.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it really is. And I think that's one of the reasons why we came here. Part of the deal was when we came was we get to protect LashCast and we get to protect LashCon from PLA TAD. Like with much, and because I know the first thing people are going to think is like, oh, this is just you guys selling out and all that. And it's not selling out. We were looking for new challenges, new things. We wanted to move out of California for quite a while. And Tuss knew even more than me. And I mean, literally 10 years ago, it's like, we need to move out. And the opportunity, and we didn't see this coming. This wasn't something we looked at. I didn't ask Michelle. It was more something she came to us and said, hey, I really think you could help out. And we did some consulting, and that evolved into working with them now and launching here. So my role basically, and maybe we explain this, but to remind everyone is yes, my job is what strategic and sales, strategy and sales. That's my area. So I'm looking for ways to grow the brand, get into new markets. We're looking at makeup artists. We're looking at trying to get in box stores and salons and all that stuff, alternative things. We're doing a PLA launch soon. So PLA will start carrying TAD products. So we're trying to get it out there as much as we can. And then on top of that, my job is sales. So not just am I looking for markets and where we can go, who can we apply to, but then to call and talk to people. So, hey, by the way, I'll just put it out here, because of all the tariff craziness, and this will hopefully calm down. But if it doesn't, we have been talking to brands about helping other brands in our industry, because we are out of Vietnam with PLA. We don't have to worry about tariffs. Same thing with TAD is made in the United States. So we have the only lashes ever made in the United States combined with our PLA lashes, which are made in basically Vietnam. So I am trying to help some brands and work out them to see if we could serve them and help keep them from the expensive tariffs that are coming from China. You want to explain your animal sounds?
So one of our special things that we do, even with the kids, is like, meow, because it's an easy way to check in with somebody. Like you walk into the house and you're like, meow, if they're like, meow, then you know things are not good, right? Yeah. But
and I'll be honest, for the last couple of months, because it's been stressful for us moving and changing, most of the time she goes, meow. I'm just like, meow. It's usually because I'm starving, I'm trying to eat, or I'm stressed about not getting things done, because it's a new job and we're learning things. It's new software, new programs, new people, new systems. And you know, as much as I want to just step in and run and do stuff, it hasn't been like that.
It is just hard to be in a place where you're uncomfortable. It is hard to be new. It's hard to be bad at something as you're learning a new skill. It is hard to, it's hard. It's hard to talk to yourself and coach yourself off the ledge, you know?
And that's the part where we both have had support each other and saying, you know, you're doing good. You're doing great. Like,
please tell me you're doing a good job. I'm doing a good job.
Tuss, if you don't know, Tuss lives off compliments. That I realize more and more as she's gone older, you just need to tell her she's doing a good job and she blossoms. And so for me,
I mean, that's one of the reasons why I feel like I connect with you guys so much. Like when you're out and about, and it's just like to be able to like reflect the fact that I see you, like I see your struggle, I see what you're dealing with, I see your heart, and just to say, hey, I think you're doing a great job, and like I like you, you know. It's like, because I know what that feels like to me. So.
Yeah. No, it's special. So when you guys send letters, DMs, we got one of the sweetest letters ever, like a week ago, just sharing how we've been a blessing. I don't know.
Maya, love Maya.
Yeah.
Another one is Brianna Rose and Talia. Really got to connect with those guys. You guys at Lash Boss Summit, you guys are really special to me.
So Dal said the animal sounds is how we check in with each other. So if you want to impress Tuss, you see her at LashCon or some event, just go up to and go, meow. She will light up. She will light. Yeah, I do it too, but I don't light up the same way as Tuss. So one last thing, I just thought we should tell people, because it is kind of fun. Tuss, when she came here, one of the things they asked her to do is start her own page and start posting on Instagram, because it helps with SEO and having our staff, you know, being influencers, right? And now we told them LashCast is off limits. LashCast is not here to promote any other brands. It's Switzerland, and you will not see us every day posting like on our wall, like PLA ads or promotions for that. We don't see it for any brand, really. You see LashCon promotions, or you see us, and we haven't really done much with the page. Story-wise, you'll see stuff. You'll see behind the scenes of us working, what we're doing. But as far as what I'm excited about is Tuss's Instagram, and she has decided to do her own thing. And so I thought for a second, if you could just share what your name is and what you're hoping to do with it.
Okay, it's at Life with Tuss. And basically, it's just a snapshot of me. And it's like some of the stuff that I do when I'm working, when I'm doing lashes, working with clients. Sometimes I'm responding to forums, like what my answers are. I have been filming a lot of stuff about like the food that I eat and my wellness routine and how I make my shakes and how I make my mush and mason jars and all that kind of stuff, and like detox. I've only had 4 posts so far, but I am doing the stories every day.
And by the way, I know I'm biased. I think Tusney is hilarious. She's funny. She's clever. She just puts funny snippets together. Plus, Tuss is willing to dress and be all crazy looking at times because, I like to say, she's in full clown mode.
Full clown mode. That's what it is.
Yeah. And right now we're not in clown mode. This is the first time I've been comfortable here. I wear suits every day, and then we got to wear this because it's Spirit Week, and we got to wear sports outfit. And I think we had the best outfit today. No one else covered it, but we did.
Yeah, I've worn wigs. Like this is my 3rd wig this week.
Yeah, yeah, and I
get to bust out those wigs.
I wore 2 wigs this week, so how about that? I had hair.
You did. Yes.
So yeah, go follow at Life with Tuss.
with Life with Tuss.
Yeah, Life with Tuss. I think you'll really have a lot of fun. You'll love it. It's much more interesting.
One of my friends texted me and she's like, flip your picture around. She said this because she knows that I'm really challenged. I'm like, oh no, I meant for it to be upside down. I'm like, should I fix it? She's like, no, I didn't know you meant to be that on purpose. Yeah, anyway.
Yeah, so it's a fun snippet. It's her little creative side that she's going to play now while she's here. She's doing other stuff with writing content and so forth, and then we're also trying to help with marketing, messaging, and just trying to find ways to get this product into every store in America. So we'll see if TAD would do it. I think we got the best product in the market. But the best product doesn't necessarily win. That's something that if you've looked at businesses over the years, there's plenty of best products that were not the winner.
Like VHS and Betamax.
Yeah, no one knows what that is. But in our childhood, Beta and VHS were the 2 choices for watching videos at home. And Beta was way better, but VHS did a better job of marketing. So guess what? Professional people in TV studios use Beta, and us consumers use VHS, which was way lower quality. So that's our challenge. We have the best product in the market, but can we get it out there? And that will be something that's, maybe along the way, we'll share some stuff. Because I know some of you guys might be thinking about doing your own products or how you can apply to you as a lash artist, building your own lash business. There will be takeaways, and we'll share some of our journeys and our struggles and our victories and our losses along the way, if that's helpful. If you guys want to hear that or see that, I'd be more than glad to share it.
Just let us know.
Huh?
Yeah, just let us know.
Yeah, I just don't want this to be indulgent, like, well, this is about Paul's life anymore. We're going to get back to you. I promise you after this episode, it's going to be more about things. Like one of the things I want to talk about, and our next one is someone posted or reached out and said, look, I'm really slow and I don't know where my clients went. They just left. And I'm like, you don't know where your clients left?
You got to find out.
Yeah.
You got to find out.
So I want to talk about that because that's actually concerning. And then I did a little survey, and 60% of the people said they knew why their clients had left. But that means almost a little less than half of people did not know why the client's leaving.
You know what? It really means you have to be uncomfortable and you have to pursue.
Well, we'll talk about it. We won't get into it now. I want to save that. That's our teaser.
Right.
Maybe we'll do that for our next one. And we are going to do interviews. We have to get a better setup than this because it's going to be weird doing interviews with people if I just have to find where to look.
We got to figure it out.
Yeah,
Thanks for hanging out with us, guys, because it's our philosophy is shoot, ready, aim.
Yeah. So and then there we go. White shot. We'll finish with this. Right. By the way, everything's new, so it's a little awkward. But that said, got guys, we love you guys. And thank you for everyone who's reached out to us and DM'd us and been following us in our journey moving here and supporting us. A lot of encouragement, a lot of love. That means the world to us. And hopefully we'll get back to giving you value and serving you, because that's what we love. Even in this new role, we still would like to do at least one podcast a week. And thankfully, to be honest, PLA is setting up their whole studio, so this will become a permanent install. They'll have a PLA name there. We will remove that because we hate it. No, I don't hate it. We love PLA, but we're TAD employees right now. What's PLA?
Hey, I consult for TAD.
Yeah, you consult.
Or PLA.
Yeah, she does consult. And we're going to also be putting up here, I think we have our signs that we can put. You have a friend in the lash industry might put there. We might have our own stuff. We bought this stuff years ago and never got on our podcast. But now we have a place to put it here in this place. So we're excited to utilize it. So you'll be growing with us as we pivot and turn and move in different ways. And otherwise, guys, thanks so much for hanging out with us. We'll see you again real soon.